I heard them before I saw them. Soft breath, fabric shifting, a muffled laugh that didn't belong to me. It was 2:13 a.m. I remember because the rain had stopped precisely then, and the digital clock blinked red like an open wound in the dark. She thought I was asleep. She thought I was blind. I lay perfectly still in the bed I had bought, in the house I had built, listening to the betrayal unfold 3 feet from my face. A shadow moved across the room. I could see it now, barely, but enough. The dim outline of her hand running down a body that wasn't mine. His breath was short, shaky, nervous. Not from guilt, no, from excitement, the kind born of stolen things. I blinked slowly, adjusting to the soft glow of the moon slicing through the window. It took everything in me not to sit up, not to scream. But I'd waited 4 years to see again. I could wait one more night to see everything. I hadn't told her when the surgeries started working. She cried at the hospital, saying she'd love me even in the dark forever. But forever, it turns out, has conditions. It started with silence. The way she'd smile when I faced the wrong direction, then sigh like I'd disappointed her. The phone would buzz when I touched her, always upside down on the nightstand, always silent. Then came the scent, another man's cologne clinging to her at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. She said she'd joined a yoga class. The only pose she was perfecting was on her back. Still, I played my part. Blind husband, grateful, clueless. I waited for patterns, watched them form in gestures and gaps in stories. Every lie she told came smoother than the last. And I let her tell them, because once you start seeing again, you don't just look, you observe. The investigation began in silence. I'd memorized the shape of our room in blindness. Now I memorized new things. How long she stayed in the shower after girls' night. The second toothbrush hidden behind the cabinet. A receipt tucked into her gym bag for 2 drinks, 2 steaks, 1 hotel room. I counted time like footsteps in a hallway. Every minute she wasn't home became a question. And I answered each one. I recorded phone calls, not hers, but the ones he made to her burner phone, hidden in the car's glove box. Voice-to-text transcripts built up like scars in my inbox. Always calling her babe. Always ending with, "He'll never know." I knew. God, I knew. I sat with her one evening, dinner between us, her eyes on her plate. I smiled and asked about her day. She smiled back, and lied again. I nodded, pretending I still couldn't see the lipstick she forgot to wipe from her neck. The private investigator delivered the manila envelope with a small nod. No words, just fact. Photos, dates, locations, everything I needed, everything I already knew, now documented in cold, clinical clarity. I left it on her pillow, watched her from the hallway when she entered the room. She didn't scream. She didn't cry. She froze. "What is this?" she stammered. I stepped into view. No cane, no guiding hands, just me, standing where I wanted, staring directly into her soul. "I liked you better when you were blind," she whispered. I smiled. I didn't. I didn't raise my voice, didn't curse, didn't touch her. I simply opened the closet and pulled out a suitcase, already packed. Set it beside her like a gift. "I know his address. Your things are there now." She looked like she wanted to scream, but her mouth trembled instead. It didn't mean." "You meant it enough to repeat it for a year." She dropped to the bed, not from grief, but from defeat. She never expected me to see her clearly, never expected clarity to come with consequences. I walked to the door and paused. "You'll never have to fake loving a blind man again." That's when she broke. Tears, sobs, the kind she'd rehearsed during our arguments but never earned. I left her there, drowning in her own performance. Sight isn't just vision, it's perspective. And now I see everything. The lies, the woman I thought I married, the man I chose to be. She took advantage of the dark. But the thing about darkness, it trains your ears to hear lies louder. I don't miss the man I was when I couldn't see. I pity him, because love makes fools of blind men. But clarity? Clarity makes monsters, and I've never seen more clearly in my life.